I saw on TikTok the other day, like of a hoodie, and on the back with a quote like "immigrant children, the children of those who turn nothing into something," and I quite love that. I came from a working class family and grew up in Botkyrka, a suburb in Stockholm. My mom is from Ecuador, and my father is from El Salvador, a political refugee from the civil war there. And when I was around like 15, 16 years old, I told people that I've chosen to study technology program in high school. And the reaction were mixed. Like, you, technology? Like, you know it's gonna be only boys there, right? Have you even programmed before? I quite didn't care, and I chose it anyway. But on my first day in high school, I looked around and thought to myself, where is all the girls? And why am I the only one with the immigrant background? So that's when my journey to bring more girls into tech really started. My first semester in high school, a disaster. I failed almost everything. Every class felt like a proof that I quite did not belong. Some classmates had their own laptop with them, and I quite got my first laptop when I was 20 years old. Everyone even had a smartphone, and I was the only one having like a pink Nokia, and yes, I'm that old. I even had to work on most of the school vacation at school. But then my teachers changed the course of everything. My English teacher told me, "Frida, you know that we can offer you some tutoring, right?" And so I did, and most of the time, I was the only student there. The only student asking for help in program classes, and English tutoring also. I even needed help with math and physics, but I quite didn't have time to study all of them. But honestly, I quite liked it. It was such a blessing, because suddenly I had space to learn and got teachers who actually saw me. I went from failing to getting A on every tech courses, and even won our school programming competition in my second year of high school. I still struggle with some imposter syndrome though, but at least it doesn't hurt that much anymore. But I really have to do like a huge shout out to the teacher at Väsbynia Gymnasium, like my teacher Anna-Lena, Ali, Jelena, Albin, and of course my mentor Omid. Like they all really changed my life and was really there for me. Like really there for me, because my final year of high school, I quite struggled with some health issues and got sick. So I actually graduated 6 months after my classmates. But I'm not telling you this to make it depressing. I'm telling you this because it was actually the beginning of something better. While my previous classmates were working and studying, I was living life in Kiruna, launching rockets into space at Esri Space Center when I was only 19 years old. During my internship at SSC, I decided I would no longer be afraid to choose a career path that felt unknown or too risky to people like me. Then university came, and let's just say, really hit me hard. Like students and classmates really taking a helicopter to campus. And one day, a student even called our bus for sosselådan, like the bus that took me and a regular student to take our courses. And, well, they were taking their own cars, of course, but that's when it became a little bit painfully clear for me that the space industry and university isn't really for everyone. So I decided to do something about it. While studying aerospace engineering, I studied on the side to become a norm engineer, so basically someone who works with equality and inclusion. Because getting women into tech is just step one, but we also need to adapt and change the culture so we can actually stay. I had the honor to represent both Ecuador and El Salvador in National Space Innovation Advisory Counseling. And also in 2020, I was awarded the Compass Rosen, a leadership award from the Swedish king. It was a moment that really reshaped how I saw leadership. 2 years ago, I was accepted, and I was really my leadership skills was really on test, because I was accepted at Analog Astronaut Training Center in Poland. I was the commander officer in led the first ever mission in darkness to simulate blackout situations. My all-female crew was included Natalia Gotleska, an astrophysics from Poland, and also Dalia Tagner, an engineer with a military background from France. We even have a mouse that we called Captain Bucket, and he really gave me some gray hair because he escaped like almost every time. And we were supposed to have like another woman from India too, but she didn't quite get the visa. So again, space not being accessible to everyone. When I came back, I realized that there's nothing like this in Sweden. So I decided to build it my own. So I founded SATS, like this Space Analog Astronaut Training Center. My mission is to make space research and training accessible to more, not just the privileged few. And I also had an honor of writing a book together with other analog astronauts. In my chapter, I described a moment I received my first spacesuit, and it should have been a pure excitement, but I got stuck in one small detail, like what flag should I have on my arm? My parents are from Ecuador and El Salvador, but I was born and raised in Sweden. And for a second, I hesitated. But my story is Swedish too, like the setbacks, the challenges, but also the opportunities. So I took this Swedish flag, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have it with me and represent Sweden. Thank you.